Post that. We're back, guys. Yep, I decided to jump back on Star Rail. Play through the new Sunday quest. I kind of started it or initiated it, but I haven't really gotten too far into the Sunday quest yet. But that's where we're at today. Nope, not what I need. I need you. There we go. I just played the initial introduction to the quest and kind of started it. I didn't really get too far into it yet.
I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier.
I'm honestly pretty interested to see how this goes, given how the actual Penacony story ended for Sunday. I gotta imagine this is gonna be mainly a redemption story, if I had to guess, or him basically taking a journey on a road to redemption, if I had to guess. Because he's not probably too happy the way things ended between him and Robin, so he's probably gonna try to make up for it, and probably stop the IPC, hopefully, because, again, you cannot pay me to like the IPC, man. I don't like the faction. I'm sorry. The characters are fine, but it's like they have, I've said it before, a very love-hate relationship with the IPC.
Hey, in case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
Oh yeah, apparently he's got some sort of disguise as well, so they can't actually tell that it's him. And when they do try to figure it out, he, does that thing where he messes with people's memories or minds or whatever using the power of the harmony.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
Zenless Zone Zero's been doing pretty good lately, too.
What I can turn to now.
In my opinion.
Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to pull for Sunday, to be honest. I might try to pull for Sunday, but
you're only alive today because of me.
I might go for Genuine. Or not Genuine.
Holy, can you get any more conceited?
Yeah, I think it's Genuine.
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that.
I hope this is better than Rappa's story quest, because Rappa's story quest was kind of annoying. The only good part about that was Boot Hill. We got some more background for Boot Hill, but aside from that, most of Rappa's quest was kind of annoying.
You must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that.
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Oh yeah, Jade. I forgot he made a deal with Jade.
Who dared to exceed his bounds.
This is what I was most curious about, was the deal that they made.
Walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
Yeah, everything with the IPC comes with a price.
And you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day. And if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom...
Yeah, what is the price of your...
What it is.
What is the price of your freedom? So she was vague as... She was vague? My thoughts exactly! Thank you! You cannot make a deal with the devil and not expect some sort of consequence.
The right to freedom that I've just regained.
That's literally what the IPC is. They're basically the devils, bro. Like, they take everything from you.
Amends for past deeds.
It's insane.
To go. This will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Okay, so you're gonna leave.
You just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off.
Okay.
The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Yeah, so you are trying to basically redeem yourself before you leave.
Isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight.
I don't know how to feel about his actual character design, though, as a playable character.
You should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
Yeah, so you are leaving, but you just want to check up on everything. Make sure no one else is going to be ensnared in a trap. Makes sense. I mean, the IPC is very, very sneaky when it comes to setting traps for people.
That sounds familiar.
They are very good at it.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I mean, Mr. One Week. Please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
Yes.
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You...
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
Wow, that isn't an inconspicuous name at all.
Coming back to the topic of the park. Let's just
Really, you couldn't thought of a better alias than Workday for Sunday?
behaviors
Really?
are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain.
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
Ooh, notes?
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said
Fair
what?
enough.
Mr. Workday?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you.
Yeah, see, you couldn't have come up with a better nickname or a better
Managed this
Day.
before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good
I don't
job.
know.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things.
Oh yeah, also,
Fortunately,
I did actually fully complete the the quest for the new room for our character room.
Perhaps he was just using an approach.
So I went and unlocked all of the furniture and all the stuff for the event for the quest to do that. So now I have that fully unlocked as well.
If the enforcer is incapable,
I went and did that off stream. I didn't feel like streaming that entire thing for the room event.
This place is no exception. The distorted after echoes of the old.
I will say I wasn't expecting to get such a huge ass like room with all that space and everything. Like, I know they were gonna make it customizable, but I was expecting it to be like the size of March's and Don Hung's room. But that wasn't the case. It was massive. We got a huge fucking cart all to ourselves. We basically got an entire train cart all to ourselves for our living space or whatever. So,
No consumption,
which I wasn't really expecting.
burgers. What? No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
What happens if I break?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh.
Wait, don't... That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
And we're going to the stage? Alright. Oh, I thought I meant the big stage.
The members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or...
Alright. I guess we're rule breakers now?
Huh?
Let's try that again.
What's going on?
It's kicking us off the stage.
Force their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back...
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec.
I wonder how
If this is
Robin's gonna react to Sunday leaving Penacony, to her brother leaving Penacony.
I tried to warn you. How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dream Weavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
Okay. So just undoing everything that you already did.
Nothing complicated.
I don't see how that's
All
fixing things, but
distortions
whatever.
have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do.
I wonder if Sparkle's gonna show up too.
That the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too
Because
much
Sparkle was
for us to
technically the one that ensnared
When a distorted
Sunday
after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts.
and caused a lot of the problems for
Use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
what happened at the end of the Penacony quest.
Can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now? Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. Dream
I should
Jolt?
not be
What?
tired. I
Are
should
they
not.
hiding or something?
Never fails. Anytime I go to stream, it's like I'm always completely just worn out and tired. But no, so far I'm not feeling this quest.
Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
I mean, is it as bad as the Rappa quest? That remains to be seen.
Let me translate that for you.
Only time will tell.
afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
Yeah, sorry, I don't have enough change.
You that I am currently on the run.
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together.
Yeah, sorry, but I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough money.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
It's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Yeah. There we go. I will say we have gotten a lot of jades though. A lot of jades this patch. Quite a bit actually.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should
I know one reason why, because this game won an award, I think. Which makes sense.
Seriously going that far, right?
To be fair, I think Star Rail is probably the best
Look out!
out of the three at the moment. Overall. Zenless Zone Zero has really good combat though, I will say. Literally all they have to do is basically fix how ridiculously long it takes to build units. And most of the problems would be solved for Zenless, I feel like.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We're going back to Zenless on for our next stream, because I want to finish up the Nekomata quest, and I want to do Lighter's story quest. I think that's going to be the next thing on the agenda.
Destined for oblivion. On still waters of oblivion.
Friends?
Indulge yourselves!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Attack detected.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Yeah, that actually healed for a lot. Damn.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I actually got to get like a full team built, to be honest.
Attack detected!
I really got to start working on endgame stuff. So I have not been working on endgame.
Destined for oblivion.
I almost have a full team built. It's just currently right now I don't. Uh-oh. Well, can you not die? I kind of need you to stay alive.
How's this taste?
Thank you, Gallagher. I was gonna say, well, it almost died there. Went and saved him. I don't know what it is with my characters, like, constantly getting killed all the time, despite being at level 80.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attraction.
Ugh.
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
Again, why are we breaking all these rules?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the
Do not discard Yes.
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well... Something's happening.
A golden trash bag?
What is this? A woodcutter's...
Enough. The location.
After echoes of order, it's distorted, only add to the chaos as a tuner. Someday can easily discern whether the harmony of each game has been disrupted. Okay, so I... What was the point of this? Investigate.
There it is.
Okay, well there's the distortion. Now what do we
Does
do?
look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good.
Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
So he's basically getting rid of all of his distortions. Okay.
The IPC
It's still a
totally should
path
have
of redemption, but it's not the thing that I thought he was doing.
Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite.
Okay, that part is true.
When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers, only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure.
Yeah, failure. I was gonna say failure tends to stick out like a sore thumb and tends to constantly kind of linger in the back of your head. Tend to remember more stuff when you fail than sometimes when you succeed. Let me see. Don't I have... Okay, another achievement, yes. Honestly, I might pull for both Sunday and Genuine. Unless I'm getting that wrong and confusing that with the Zenless character, because I have done that a few times. Oh, yeah, we're going the right way. Uh-oh. What now? I'm honestly wondering if Boot Hill's going to show back up. I doubt it. I think Boot Hill actually left Coney this time.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh. It's as if it all only happened yesterday.
Okay.
When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I can't be falling asleep right now.
We should go.
Especially considering I slept
Farewell.
kind of most of the day today. Then again, I did stay up all morning, or all night. Anyway. Where to next? Where are we going now?
Where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. Might be better to take a quieter route.
I mean, the whole point is...
Don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Well, do you know it's me?
Something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We technically are shareholders.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Well, can you see through his disguise?
It may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Yep, let's go before Welt gets suspicious. Uh-oh.
Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Also, why does Welt look exhausted and tired all the time? He's always got the bags on his eyes.
Thank you.
Like he never sleeps.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
He might have seen through it a little bit.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony?
I mean, technically we are shareholders now.
Plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up.
Why do I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen? We're going to have to change our plans entirely.
While I was in captivity the last few days.
Good question.
It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
Why do I feel like we're going to get caught by one of the Astro Express members?
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me.
I will, but before I do, put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Yep, Welt did see.
Sentences?
Well, Welt did see through our thing.
Words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me. Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the...
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value. Not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me.
Yeah, he did see through our disguise. Great.
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Unreservedly. Yeah, he's like, I really don't like you, but I'm going to share my plan with you anyway. Yep, sure was.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regret?
Agreed. But until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
Yep, I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on you.
Hurry too. I know how it feels.
Oh, relatable. He's like, well, being relatable. Okay.
Myself, my companions need to know about this too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
We are.
We'll go find them.
Okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Well, time to go meet everyone. I wonder if Robert's gonna be there too. So that would make things extremely awkward. He's like, oh,
Somewhere nearby.
Where are they?
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony?
Reasons. Reasons.
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case,
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
there's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
Black Swan, right? We're taking Black Swan.
Or these ladies?
Ting Yuan. Ting Yun, I mean.
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
This is where we get the new version of her, I believe, or get an introduction to that, or to the real Ting Yun, I guess, technically. After the Emanator of Destruction kind of took her actual body. Ooh, Squirrelum. Sweet. I didn't expect to see him here again. I mean, I know he runs the simulated,
I have no interest in
or the Divergent universe, not the simulated universe, but...
to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion. There is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
There is. Okay, Himiko... Okay. I keep forgetting that it is highly likely that some of the VAs are going to be absent from the story quest because of the strikes, the VA strikes. I know Hoyoverse has been kind of affected by that quite a bit. Mainly for Genshin, but seems like it's starting to affect this game too. Black Swan, let me read that actually. Black Swan said, a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right, so this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Aeons. That's why I wanted to know if the genius had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Madame Hurtis did the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance Garden of Recollection is behind it. So Black Swan and her friends got it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance's technology, after all. I mean, that's actually pretty accurate for her, though. She's always trying to push the boundaries for scientific breakthroughs. And learning as much as she can about sort of the past and sort of lost knowledge and all that. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ruan May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into Heavenly Abyss to bring a Leviathan back for our new friend. Speaking of Ruan May, yes, what about Ruan May? Please elaborate. I haven't seen or heard from her in a while. Too much of an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend. I miss Ruan Mays. Who?
That girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events.
Wait,
I suppose that's the
Ting Yun was with Ruan May this entire time? bone that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
I see a point in keeping work and favors apart. It's her request, and she hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Xianzhou. So she stopped here on Penacony. They brought her to Penacony. Seeing her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
I mean, we do. There's a bit of a problem. Right now. My companion with her now, they know Miss Tingyun better than anyone. Anyway. Most of those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. A wonderful time right now. Yeah, about that. We hit a bit of a snag on our vacation plans.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead?
Yeah, why are there so many copies?
Things logically.
Why are there so many copies of Tingyun right now?
Not now. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Like?
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
I mean, obviously, she duplicated herself.
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
Me? You're gonna pin the blame on me? March, I thought we were friends.
What
How
happened?
dare you throw me under the bus? You know what? I'm gonna get you back for this.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Tingyun ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
So an allergic reaction? To candy? What? What?
What's your take on this?
What?
The dreamscape is a memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents.
Mr. Yang?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my
Reveal thy true form.
It's been a while, everyone.
Yeah, they're not too happy. They're not happy to see me.
What's going on?
Oh no.
Everyone, stay calm.
So him and me and Mr. Sunday here
At this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest.
kind of came to
Prevent any unforeseen complications.
an agreement.
Accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. a heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
The surprises just keep...
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting Yun to her.
I mean, that would be
You'll see what I mean, Mr.
an
Yang.
idea.
These Ting Yuns aren't exactly easy to...
Why not? Why not? Oh no. Oh no.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my
Your suggestion?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the Tingyun Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to... I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes... there. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
Yeah, it's like they're all, like, technically, you guys did say they were fragmented memories. Sunday did say they were fragmented memories, so maybe that's why. It has to do with the whole fragmented memory thing.
There does appear to be an element of...
I want to clone copies of myself too.
About it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes. More specifically, the Xianzhou...
The Lao Fu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Lao Fu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to...
Story...
There
for
is.
another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing...
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
Alright, I guess we're talking to all the Tingyuns now. Visionary.
Oh, you're here again. So, what...
Yeah, why? This is gonna give me a headache.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient.
So I'm assuming by the end of this, we're gonna get the actual Tingyun, which is Fugue, if I remember correctly. If I had to guess, by the end of this.
That's a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you...
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay... You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
Yeah, you mind dumbing that down a little bit?
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak?
One that we can speak with, but it may take me a while to identify her.
Alright, well,
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to enter?
that one's probably got a gambling addiction. Alright then.
Huh? You can't fly? I can.
Yeah,
I'll
this
take
is...
you next time.
Bruh.
Pinky. Should we get some?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own.
Even if that's true.
So, who are we looking for then? Possible...
Huh? Yikes. She's scary.
Well, I don't think there's any more that we can actually talk to, though, is the problem.
Oh, were you all
Oh, never mind.
looking for me?
We were.
Found her. If I remember correctly, it's nothing special, really.
Okay.
Your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
I mean... It'll do.
Worth a try, my lady. If I may, I wish to perform...
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Ting-Yun hostage...
Brace yourself for gravitational disintegration. Gravitational destruction.
Intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, you can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while...
there's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you alright with this, Miss Ting?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
After watching Arcane, anytime that name 1 week sounds as, like, named off, it almost makes me just think of Warwick from Arcane. It's the only thing I can think of every time I hear that name. It's like, oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
The Emanator. It has to be the Emanator.
A voice?
It has to be the Emanator of Destruction that possessed her.
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Is it really, though? Is it really, though? Are we positive?
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Yep, there's Fugue. I think.
You're finally back.
I think that's the Fugue version. Or that's the new version of Ting-Yun. Don't quote me on that, though.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's changed a lot, like... So we're getting a new version of Ting-Yun. We're getting a new version of Herta. We've gotten a new version of March. We've got 2 versions of Don Hung, like, Imbibitor, Lune, and then Don Hung, like... Are all the characters just gonna have alternate versions of themselves now? Just released as like full-on characters, separate characters?
It's nothing. Just...
Are you positive? I feel like it has to do with the Emanator, but whatever.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she... I nearly died. Just now.
It's because of the Emanator. It's because of the Emanator. She was possessed by an Emanator, if I remember correctly.
Don't be afraid.
Uh-oh. Is he inside of...
What? No matter what you see, you only need to... You're not alone.
Uh-oh.
And...
Okay, so identity crisis. Identity crisis it is.
Is that where I came from? And where does...
Yep, feud.
This path is so dark. Yet it's strange. Could it be that looks so familiar? Does
Yeah,
she
where
want to
are we?
lead me somewhere?
Is this the memory of how she got possessed by the Emanator? Is that what we're going with this?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying.
Okay, so this isn't.
There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible...
Excuse me.
She was in a pod? So she was attacked by an Emanator? Or an Emanator's followers, one of the two. That's what it sounds like. Investigate.
This girl is...
Extremely rare. The observed subject has started providing short answers for some simple questions, even though her mission is still in a chaotic state. What has been observed so far, she is not incapable of using long and complex sentences, however, and unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts and even render her temporarily unconscious. Subject's various senses, and they're trying... Okay. Yeah, so apparently Ting Yun, or Fugue, was, being tested by someone, being tested by, Ruan May's people.
Familiar name. Do I know her? Don't question it. Keep moving forward. It's you again.
Yeah, so Fugue is basically the real Ting Yun.
To me.
The real Ting Yun. Okay, I think I know what's going on here.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed. The destruction?
Yeah, you were possessed by an Emanator.
Understand, please. Who are you? And why won't I can't go to you? All I can do. You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
Yes, it looks like you do.
For that. It's too dangerous. And you don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own... My scars?
Yeah. I mean, that would be an accurate assumption.
Is this called coexisting? Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Try that again. Attack detected. Run! Attack detected. Phew! Watch this awesome move.
In lunar flame.
Okay, this is getting interesting. At least I think so. But I have a feeling that Fugue is basically the real Ting Yun that was just basically suppressed when she was taken over or corrupted by the Emanator of Destruction. If memory serves. Or if my theory is correct, I guess, or my hunch is correct.
Try harder.
Here! You can't run! Try that again. Watch this awesome move. Until everything.
If you're wondering why I got Jing Liu on March 7th, I was kind of trying to level up March 7th. Seeing as I basically skipped out on Adventurine for the second time in a row. I don't know why I skipped Adventurine twice in a row, but I did.
Time to mix things up.
Try that again. Watch this awesome move.
I'm gonna have to switch back to my other team that I was running.
Burns to ashes!
Blade of moonlight.
How's this taste?
Hit, hit, hit! Fight to live!
Yeah, just keep attacking Firefly.
In lunar flame.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
No, I really do need to level up Jing Liu though too, because she's gonna be probably one of the characters I use for a second team. Mainly because I actually have her light cone. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Well, there goes March. And Firefly, cool.
Time to mix things up. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Clearly I'm not doing a very good job of building my characters. I really need to get better at building characters, because there's no reason that Firefly should have died there. She's a fully maxed out character.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Change lineup. March, goodbye. Add. I should be using Fugue, actually, now that I think about it. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, well... Fuck you, Fugue. I need you. We go perfect with this.
You can't escape the past.
Alright, let's try this. Let's try this.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before.
I was wondering why she wasn't automatically in my party to begin with. Usually they just automatically put them in your party. If it's a trial character.
I weep for the departed.
Much easier.
It too shall fall.
Much better.
Clouds scattered.
On the still waters of liquid.
Yeah, this character seems broken. Character seems strong as shit.
Dream vanished.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Yeah, if she's a Nihility character, I'm gonna probably definitely pick her up, and she might be my new pick to replace Wilt.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
Because
The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can.
Ruan May? Did you do this to
Fall
me?
into the darkness and
Did-
die
did-
alongside these scars of the destruction.
Did you put the Emanator of Destruction
Bring them with you
in
when
me?
you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
I mean,
Close.
technically
Quite.
yes, but also no.
I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
I would say that's a more accurate
You
term.
can think of it that way.
I would say that's more accurate. Stuck in a state of limbo.
You said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
Also,
Habit of mine.
the people in the Law Fu are probably going to, like, lose it when they find out she's actually alive.
Or not.
Because they had a funeral and everything for her. It's like, how are you still alive? Everyone assumed you were dead. Everyone thinks you're dead.
There's nothing to help me make a choice.
And that doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with.
So I think this might be the next banner character that we get.
You may
After
also
Sunday.
prove yourself to be the exception.
In which case I might
I
say
would
that.
also be pleased with that result.
Ugh.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path
Will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side?
Yep, we're on May. Alright.
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start. Let me explain.
Yes, explain we're on May, please.
By a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
His request? So you did this at the request of someone else?
I don't know. Why me? Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit.
Okay, so it was a Ravager, not an Emanator.
Most fortunate.
I forget the
Her
difference.
desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different.
Okay.
If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you. My body. I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay to prevent its resurgence. I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
So that explains why that explains why she has another form. In the form of Fugue.
The price of survival is often more adversity. Regardless. There's no need for that. This was only a transaction.
Who was the one that requested you save Ting Yun?
Is clear.
Who's the merchant, though? You said he. Who?
You should sleep for a little longer.
You're just gonna leave us in the dark like that?
You won't remember any of these details.
So you say.
For someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you.
Oh, so this is after the Ravager left her body. She was taken by Ruan Mei. Okay, so this is after the whole thing with the tree and all that. All right. Now I'm starting to all connect together. I'm starting to remember.
Did I?
The tuning rebounded in 1 week instead.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you. Miss Ting Yun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power.
But something happened to change that outcome?
I mean...
Yes.
It sounds like it.
She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Ting Yun a shot at survival.
Yep, we're on May.
After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting Yun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt.
Yeah, this might be a new character. This might be one that I actually want to pull. And I haven't felt that way about a character in a bit. You might be sorry, Welt, but you might be replaced. I still do want to build Pela though. I'm gonna need Pela. And probably. Actually, no. I probably could keep Welt and then drop Pela. I don't know, but I either have to get rid of Pela or Welt if I'm gonna take Fugue.
In any case,
for my Nihility team.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss...
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Well, it's Fugue now.
But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not...
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better...
Alright then.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. I need to change. I need to change my team. Well, you're back on the team for now. Acheron, you are also back on the team.
Even before the abyss of a...
This is ridiculous.
Oh, Clara. Speaking of which, I have Clara now too, which is actually kind of good. She was the one that I claimed from the list of free 5 stars from the standard. Or the list of 5 stars from the standard. I guess we're off to go see Himiko then. I still say the Wafu is gonna like absolutely lose their minds when Tingyun just basically comes back from the fucking grave, more or less, because they had a funeral for her and everything. They basically took her like dead. I'm pretty sure, unless someone was told ahead of time. By the way, Tingyun's technically still alive.
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget all... As if a merchant could seriously take advantage...
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
So we're picking up gifts for the return home, I guess. Alright.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Gift shopping it is.
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties.
Okay, I do like the flowers. The flowers just kind of in the center there. I do like that.
More familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop.
It kind of reminds me a bit of Ruan Mei, a little bit, which kind of makes sense.
Go ahead. Browse all you like.
I don't like the thing on the arms, though. The flowers on the arms, yeah, I don't like that.
Lady Fushuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think?
Can you picture her? It looks cool, but it's probably... did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel. Next is...
Jin Yuan, okay. So I did say it right.
Siri?
Now that the Alliance has all of you there to help them, sending any elite fighters more. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of... Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission.
Bailu?
That's a good idea. That's all of them. Please, thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get Sunday. Jin Yuan sounds better. Like I might go for him instead. If I'm gonna pull for anybody.
A souvenir for myself.
I might try to get them both, but I kinda want to have some left over.
But there's one more thing I wish to do.
Okay.
Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a...
It's how the others are going to react when you come back,
This is a good spot.
isn't it?
Miss Ting Yoon.
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm true, but there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways.
Is it about Ron May?
Do you too still remember what it was like when you first...
How could we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you.
You're not going back, are you?
When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Ventilia's disguise was so perfect, it was...
Ventilia's disguise,
really
yep.
tricking everyone.
I mean, to be fair, you were basically completely possessed.
By Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But that thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that, Ting Yoon? That part is true. I'm always calculating when it... So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say Silver Tongue. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Now's not the time for those kinds.
Now the final... In your eyes, am I...
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Ting Yoon. Why can...
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea.
Huh?
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural.
Fair
for me to
enough.
stay updated
All right.
on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If
Do I
hadn't
dare?
back then, I wouldn't have been much help.
I might try to go for some summons. I might try to go for a little bit. Well, actually, no, I might wait. I might wait.
In that case,
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
exactly. Based on your
I don't know if I'm going to do any
description,
summons before I end the stream or
was
not.
indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life.
Yes,
and the Foxy
as you said.
always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must, but after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Fantilia made me act like somebody else.
I mean,
And now
there's not really much you could have done, to be honest.
reclaim everything I have lost.
benefactors. I extend my... Looks like we're off, and you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm her.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yun in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore.
I mean, it really never was to begin with, but...
I hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Alright then, back to the Shinjo. Oh, I haven't talked to him in a bit. Yeah, let me see how much I actually have. So 7,000. I have enough for 44. So 55. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. I honestly might not pull for Sunday. I might pull for Yuan. But I don't know yet. I might just wait for Fugue, to be honest.
Welcome to the Dreamscape sale. Dr. Edmund at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time.
Okay, do you got anything good for us?
Some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago I procured a dream bubble that sounds per the story unfolds in the Shinjo Alliance, where a young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, this junior foxy and sword just turned a Honki, puts him in a tough...
Why does that sound oddly
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick...
I love customers like you. So easy.
So easy to take advantage. Just don't pick anything weird.
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift after troubling you all this time. I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you.
Wow.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to...
Trailblazers from the Astro. Oh, please excuse. You must be here to explore. This dreams was veteran game. Luckily, I just so happen to be an excellent dog friend.
Honestly, I like the stuff with Fugue and Ting and Ruan Mei. I found it very interesting. I thought it was compelling enough from a storytelling perspective.
If you need time.
Oh, are we leaving? Are we finally going back to Shinjo again?
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yun to leave. I'm not ready to...
Alright, let's go, Himiko. Yeah, this sucks.
We got delayed on...
Clearly should have been voiced.
We'll explain in detail when he gets back.
Yeah, after dealing with Sunday.
Messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Have they? She's an old acquaintance. It's exactly who I thought it was.
Long time no see, everyone.
Yep, you call. Yep, I knew she was the one that I thought was going to freak out the most.
Madame Yukon?
I've imagined this moment many. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand.
How's everyone else going to react, though? Because I'm pretty sure we did
Though it seems it was unnecessary.
have a funeral for Tingyun, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm getting the whole funeral thing wrong.
I'm here to take you home.
So I guess the upgrade that Tingyun got, the whatever, were definitely Ruin May's doing, if I remember correctly, because she said she changed the tail.
I wasn't expecting it to be you. What do
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
I mean, yeah, you're one of my most trusted friends.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad.
I mean, that's fair. Usually, there's not too many people that actually get a do-over.
Still the same. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the lost. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But do I really have to go back?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron May, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her... It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage.
Take advantage of the situation.
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, if possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou.
When Ron May visited the Luofu earlier...
Okay, so she did pay a visit to the Luofu. That's what I was wondering about.
The message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. Before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. I'll support you, no matter what others may.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream.
Yeah, this is good. I think this whole part, this storytelling for this quest, because I actually thought it was going to be about Sunday, but no, it was about Fugue. It was about Tingyun.
She should be around here somewhere.
And I think that was the right choice. Sunday got a little bit of Sunday got a little bit of what?
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns.
Redemption, there we go.
A different aspect of my memories.
Couldn't get the word out there for a moment, but yes, redemption. Sunday got a little bit of a redemption, and
because she ventured to
Tingyun, we got Tingyun back.
Until now.
Or Fugue, I guess, quote unquote.
What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably
Yeah,
still can.
I do like this. I think they did like a good little balance there between Sunday and then
I'm afraid you'd be too hard for me now.
reintroducing Fugue or Ting Yun into the story. I felt like they balanced it pretty
begging me
well.
to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
Flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond.
Yeah, so she's not going back. Okay, so she's probably going to go on a bit of a journey. Solo journey by herself.
How are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles.
I will say the whole Sunday bit was kind of boring, I guess, but everything else after once we got into Ting Yun and everything was pretty good.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Yep, quoting Ruan Mei, of course. Why not?
Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns?
That is a great question. One that I do not have an answer for.
I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
Okay, so you're gonna take a much more direct approach. Or indirect approach, I guess. Oh, we're going back to Sunday's perspective? We get more Sunday? Alright, I'll take a little more Sunday.
Is this place also affected?
No, I'm just here to... So it shouldn't matter if we had another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't.
Oh, farewell between brother and sister.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to...
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that Now then,
Yeah.
Mr. One Leaf.
You care about your sister too much to use her
Leaving.
in that way.
No way.
Let him stay. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for money.
I guarantee you she sees through it.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take...
Yep, looks like he's going on a frickin' pilgrimage. It looks like. Almost. What this feels like, kind of. He's still got a long road to redemption, I feel like, but I guess he's gonna get there.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Oh, Deborah, even Robin's voice actor's out of this.
1 week. I'm a member of the Nightingale.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you... Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
Yeah, she doesn't know it's Sunday. Although she might be starting to get the idea that it's Sunday.
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat. It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it perform. Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars?
I actually figured he would have revealed his identity. But he didn't. It would have made the whole goodbye thing a bit better, but...
familiar to me. I don't recognize any of them. It makes me feel... Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences.
Yeah, Sunday...
Many guests still chose to check out.
During the actual Penacony ending...
Now the hotel feels quieter than before.
Yeah, he might have been kind of bad, but he really was trying. Yeah, he really cares. He was really trying, even though if it was the wrong way to go about it. He still thought he was doing the right thing in the end. I mean, he regrets it now, but...
We wanted to say them to... Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words.
Oh, so Robin already thinks Sunday left.
If you don't mind me asking, who... There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving...
Yeah, she's definitely referring to you, Sunday.
Are you saying that's not true? Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's
It's always
actions
good
is
to
a valuable
have
quality to have.
self-reflection. It's actually really necessary to actually grow and succeed into the future.
Why is that? I hope so. A dream jigsaw.
Oh, the jigsaw in the back there.
Still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky. It seems we've been blessed with good fortune. Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind.
Grab a couple puzzle pieces. I think we're getting close to the end.
Jigsaw piece. We should keep looking.
Alright, let's finish the jigsaw. No, I think they handled this quest very well. This, in my opinion. Hold on. Yeah, of course, the bird. It's always the bird.
It's done. Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I reckon, but as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place.
Yep. And off Sunday goes.
That didn't seem like a perfect good one.
It's enough.
Yeah, I feel like if Robin's VA was actually able to actually voice that scene, it would have been a lot more impactful. It's kind of sucks, man. This whole VA strike, 'cause it's kind of ruining some impactful moments. I feel like.
Used as evidence against her.
Case in point.
So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want. I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either. We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Oh, well, you feeling some regret about leaving home the way you did?
One last stop, but before we leave, I have a question. question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang.
Alright, shoot. What's the question?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced at this very moment. There are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action.
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also...
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person.
Okay, this is a good way to put that, actually.
Own view of what it means to walk this path, and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious. This is my way of the trailblaze, and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Fair point.
As I said before, I left my home in a hurry too.
Yeah, I relate with you. I relate to this feeling.
A person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past. The same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us.
I told you he'd find it.
Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale.
More achievements, don't mind if I do. Quite a few of them, actually. Alright, start. Let's go. This should be the end of the quest, I think.
I know you think trespassing on restricted family grounds is...
Don't worry. I won't take too much time.
What are you gonna do?
I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater.
It's supposed to be a battle, ain't it?
The light behind the curtains from here. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a stellar one.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Put an end to it.
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, humanity.
Oh, wait, is Sunday actually gonna die?
Twice as they complete their journey.
You about to sacrifice himself? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I could be misreading this.
My own wings and soul. I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dumb.
I see. That explains why something always felt off. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing since the moment we were.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family.
Okay, so he's getting rid of his halo.
Another. This is how I can cast aside all the...
Is that also how Mr. One Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun.
Are you saying that he's a part of you?
You could say he's... I too was once a child. But that maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood. Oh, what a pity. Failing to become... So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself, then return to my complete... And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is about... Who's to say there won't be any change?
Alright, let's go.
You will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated.
Alright, let's go. Final battle time.
Now, anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprise. You're not ready at all, are you?
Nope. Going in 100% blind.
I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I can no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this. I truly... What? Are you sure you didn't mean... I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or my fondness. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces. But I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them.
Okay.
If I fail, I will still uphold my... As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted...
Okay, so I take back what I said. Now that we got more, now that we're getting more Sunday for this story,
my true heart will guide the tuning.
I think it's actually starting to grow on me a bit.
What is this? Leaving your fate entirely? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that Failure is always the best teacher. To save
that is actually really true, to be honest.
First understand what they live for and what they die for. You see? Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest.
Alright, are we ready to fight now?
Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world.
We fighting now or what?
But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the person who always disappoints his sister. Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human.
Yep, fighting time.
Last breath, I'll join the weak on the planet of festivities. Whatever identities it's not the gods who answer us.
We fighting or not?
don't have much to say. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat. Never mind. Maybe it's...
Damn, I think we might be getting the actual end of Pentacone here. Alright.
No objections from me.
I don't know. We still might have maybe one more update left. One more patch left before we get to do the new planet.
Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself.
We getting ready for battle now? Finally battling? Yep. Let the battle commence.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage.
Yep, somehow I knew that.
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Another journey begins.
Like fire, until everything burns to ashes!
Still walking.
This is more than a fight.
Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me. The stars!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Again. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. That's half the work.
Leave it to me. Stand down.
Ow. Ow.
Or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Yeah, this is not good. I don't like this. I don't like this. Fuck.
Again. Still walking.
And I'm dead. There we go. Alright. I guess we're doing this on casual mode, because clearly I'm not going to be able to do it on regular.
The trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Alright, enhance.
Destined for oblivion.
Leave it to me.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Echoes of the past.
Let's begin. Stand down.
Okay. Second time's the charm.
Step up, let's see ya.
Leave it to me.
Disorderly noise.
Ow. Ow. The guy's still hurt. A lot.
Wait behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Enjoy eternal peace. Step in position.
Like fireflies.
Enhance. Thank you.
Free will, or was it fate?
Nice, I could cook my friends. Indulge yourself.
I'm weak for the departed. It takes so far.
That's what you got? Disorderly noise. Disorderly noise.
Alright. We're almost through the first health bar.
Disorderly noise.
Still waters are lifted.
Ow. Please don't kill Welt. Please don't kill Welt. I'd rather you didn't.
Enjoy eternal peace. Attack detected.
Leave it to me. Stand down. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to mix things up.
Time to retreat.
Alright, enhance.
Another journey.
There we go.
Time for some hardship.
In the mood for another beating?
This is more.
Disorderly noise.
Alright, round two.
Inevitable for me.
I weep for the departed. It takes so far. Free will, or was it still waters uplifted?
Fireflies set to the sea.
Disorderly noise.
I forgot how annoying that barrier was.
Attack detected. Step up, let's see ya.
for oblivion.
Forgot how annoying this barrier is. This barrier sucks.
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Stand in position.
Ow.
I wait for the departed. It is your fault.
Enhance. Come on. We're almost done. Maybe. Sorry, if I have to do this a third time, I really don't want to.
Another journey begins.
I always hate having to repeat battles.
Attack detected.
Nice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself! Noise.
This is more than a battle. Set
Disorderly noise. Cause protection.
Stand down. You know not survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It is your fault.
Disorderly noise. Noisy. Eternal prayer. How's this take? Support received. Join the battle.
Oh god, what might that yell? Okay.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourself! Time to mix things up.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Attack detected. Attack detected.
Enhance. You're not dying, Firefly. I'm sorry.
How's this take?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. Again.
Attack detected.
Disorderly noise.
Recalibrating.
Yep.
In the mood for
Oh.
another beating?
Well, this is, not good.
Another journey begins.
This is more than a battle.
Noisy.
Oh no, this is not good. Well, yeah, this is not good.
Indulge yourself!
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive. I'm gonna have to do this a third time, and I really don't want to. I could have been... Are you serious? Are you serious? I could have been using him this entire time. Well, that sucks. That would have been good to know.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Justice for oblivion.
Disorderly noise.
Fight to
The confidence. Noisy is like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Seek and you shall receive. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Disorderly noise.
This mortal form will watch over you, guide you on your path. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
Justice for oblivion.
Disorderly noise.
fight to take for in this fight.
Noisy.
I've heard the call.
Join the battle. In the mood for another beating?
Alright. Third time's the charm. I think we'll get it this time. I know. It's taken me forever to get through a lot of these story fights for some reason, but anyway.
Doubt, farewell.
The confidence.
No consequence.
That's half the work.
I'll overcome the thorns. This watch over you, guide you on your path.
Disorderly noise. Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves.
This is more than a battle.
I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall. I've heard the call. The remedy is before me.
Stand in position.
Again. Destiny.
Oh, come on. We're so close.
I'll overcome the thorns. Is it inevitable for me? Torn to doubt farewell. This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path. Step up, let's see ya.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nice sight, my friends. Indulge yourself!
It's always the story fights that are the most pain in the butt. Anytime I'm doing like any of the actual boss fights or any of that, it's pretty easy. No, the moment I actually have to do the story, any story quest or any quest fights, they always seem to kick my ass, so to speak. I end up having to do them like 3 times, which sucks. I hate. It's really unfortunate. I end up having to redoing a lot of these fights so many times.
The remedy is before me.
Join the battle. How's this taste?
I can't thank you enough.
Wow, you took out Gallagher first? Really? Really? You suck. I'm not doing this again. Like, I will just straight up call the stream if I have to do this again. I'm not doing it again.
Free will, or was it fate?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. That my characters are like this bad.
Again?
I've heard the call.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Yeah, I'm not doing it again. I can't do it again. I don't have it in me. So, with that, we're just gonna call it quits. I'm too annoyed now. I'm too frustrated. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. The last fight, every single time I think I've streamed, like, the last fight, it always gets me every time, and I don't know why, because I have Acheron level 80, like, most of my characters, I have at least enough characters to level 80 to write for a full team. And yet, they still end up getting just destroyed, and I can't figure out why. So anyway, yeah, we're ending the stream. Next weekend, or next stream rather, we're probably gonna do Zenless. I'm gonna go back to Zenless. It'll probably be the next thing that we do. Alright, catch you guys on the next one.